Today we are discussing the interview questions and answers for AWS Certified DevOps Engineer Professional DOP. You can download the complete list of AWS based questions from the link provided in the description. Our interview question based on AWS DOP is: how do you ensure compliance with regulatory requirements in AWS environments? Your answer should be: compliance with regulatory requirements in AWS environments can be ensured by implementing security based practices using AWS services like AWS Config for continuous compliance monitoring, AWS Artifact for regulatory compliance documentation, and AWS Managed Services AMS for Managed Compliance Assistance. Our next interview question is: describe the use case for AWS Snow family devices in data transfer and migration. Your answer should be: AWS Snow family devices are physical data transfer appliances used for offline data transfer and migration to AWS. They are used in scenarios where large volumes of data need to be transferred securely and efficiently, such as data center migrations, large scale data ingestions, and disaster recovery. Our next interview question is: what is AWS Elastic Load Balancing and how does it improve application availability and scalability? Your answer should be: AWS Elastic Load Balancing distributes incoming application traffic across multiple targets such as EC2 instances, containers, and Lambda functions to ensure high availability, fault tolerance, and scalability of applications. It automatically scales to handle varying traffic loads and provides health checks to route traffic only to healthy targets. Our next interview question is: how do you implement automated disaster recovery solutions in AWS environments? Your answer should be: automated disaster recovery solutions in AWS environments can be implemented using services like AWS Backup for centralized backup management, AWS Disaster Recovery DR services like AWS Site Recovery for automated failover and recovery of workloads, and Amazon Route 53 for DNS failover and traffic routing. Our next interview question is: describe the use case for AWS Code Deploy Deployment Groups. Your answer should be: AWS Code Deploy Deployment Groups are logical groups of EC2 instances or Lambda functions that represent the target deployment environment for application deployments. They enable you to define deployment settings, rollout strategies, and lifecycle hooks for managing the deployment process. Our next interview question is: what are the benefits of using AWS Data Sync for data transfer and synchronization? Your answer should be: AWS Data Sync is a service that simplifies and accelerates data transfer between on-premises storage and AWS services. It offers benefits such as high-speed data transfer, incremental updates, data integrity validation, and automation of data transfer workflows. Our next interview question is: how do you manage containerized workloads in AWS ECS using ECS services? Your answer should be AWS ECS services are used to manage long-running, scalable, and highly available containerized workloads in AWS ECS clusters. They define how tasks are run and scaled, manage task placement and scheduling, and provide integration with other AWS services for networking, load balancing, and auto scaling. If you are preparing for any AWS based certifications, you can download the complete list of valid, tried and tested questions and answers from the link provided in the description below.